we're putting in the chat where we're coming from, what brought you here, and oh, I also wanted to know if it's your first Seder, put that in the chat too. Because some people told me that they'd never been to a Seder before. Or they're new to Judaism.
It's someone's first Seder today here.
Whose is it?
Not Alexa's.
It's George's first Seder today.
Oh my gosh, welcome, George.
Nice.
Excited.
So we all have to help George.
It's my third. It's my third Seder.
Love it.
Exciting.
Yes.
Oh, everyone's saying mazel tov to you,
Oh,
George.
thank you very much.
All right. I'm gonna give everyone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till 6:05 until I start sharing my screen because I'm just liking this like.
It is 6:05.
Oh, it is. All right, fine. I'm gonna wait till 6:06.
Okay. It's Izzy's first Zoom Seder as well. I mean,
first Zoom Seder.
Zoom Seder.
Before though.
Yeah, but her first Seder on Zoom.
Okay. See, people are rolling in. People are late. All right, we have my dad.
I'm gonna say email and Gander.
Hi, email. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Just checking the chat. Mazel tov to George. So sweet. Some people are still buying tickets.
Everyone get their wine ready.
I'm just going to show everyone that I am using my wine cup that I got for my bat mitzvah. It says my Hebrew name on it, Davida.
That is so nice. I love it.
Oh, but you know what? I need my hand free to let people I might spill my wine.
Lady, do I have to hold this the whole time?
Oh, wait. Give me one away.
Lady,
Yes, Bubby.
do I have to hold the wine the whole time? It's a little bit heavy.
The more you drink, the less heavy it will get.
Oh, and Leonard's gonna have to pick me up from the floor. Oh.
Actually, sorry, Lex, if you're a co-host, are you able to let people into the room?
Chris, if you want to, Christopher.
Yes. Do you want me to turn off the waiting room?
Yeah, turn off the waiting room.
Okay, okay, let's see if I can do it.
Sorry guys, my first Zoom.
It's disabled, so everyone can just come in. We don't have to wait.
All right, amazing. I am going to share my screen. Here we go. I'm on the wrong slide, so hi everyone. Okay. All right. So everyone, Dad, can you mute? I hear an echo. Julia. Sorry, there's 3 of us in one apartment. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my event. Don't Fuhaggadahboudit. We're entering Passover. I'm Danielle. I live in Brooklyn. I'm Jewish. I'm a writer and marketer. I might have just said this, living in Brooklyn. And I am producing this event, and I made a Haggadah called Don't Fuhaggadahboudit. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about myself and this event, how the Haggadah came to be, and then we're going to get started. So I created a platform called Danielle and Doodles over the summer. I am not an artist, as you may have already been able to tell if you got the Haggadah, but I'm trying and I'm getting better. I made my first doodle just for fun over the summer because it's a pandemic. I was home, I had a lot of time, I needed a hobby, and it was called Dates from the Past That Didn't Last. It's in the top right of this screen. And people liked it, so I made more. I made doodles about the holidays. I made a bat mitzvah card. I've done custom work. Then I got a tablet and I did a digital drawing about Meghan Markle's interview. And it's sort of taken off from there. Here are my handles if you want to follow me. I'm all over the internet. And I think that's all I have to say about that. And my latest project obviously has been a Haggadah, which is what brings us here today. I'm just going to show it. Oh, thanks. I grabbed one. So I had the idea to make the Haggadah basically on February 28th. My dad suggested it. And I actually had collaborated with an artist I met on Instagram a couple of times in the past few months. So I reached out to her. I reached out to her and she did half the drawings in this Haggadah. I wrote it and got the whole thing produced in like 2 weeks, which is exciting. And then I decided to make an event out of it. So the Haggadah is sort of a modern take on the Passover story. Let's look at my notes, sorry. If you bought the Haggadah, I'm going to tell you what page we're on throughout this. And if you didn't buy the Haggadah, there's always next year, but it's okay. I have the key illustrations on the slides and the prayers. What else do I need to say to you? So another reason I decided to do this was because last year with my family, we hosted a Seder on our own for like the first time. And there were a lot of challenges. I didn't love our Haggadah. It just wasn't as fun with 3 of us. I accidentally made corned beef instead of brisket. There's another challenge. Oh, us reading Hebrew on our own just sounded sad. So I thought this year, when my dad suggested it, was a great idea. I think with the pandemic, we could all use a fun new Haggadah. On Passover, you're supposed to be comfortable. So I'm wearing my most comfortable pandemic sweat set. So leave on whatever shmata you have on. We are here to celebrate the Israelites' liberation from slavery and their escape from Egypt. Although in tonight's version, you'll see it's an escape from New York City. We're retelling the story so we don't Fuhaggadahboudit about it. And don't worry, we're going to drink, laugh, and eventually eat. And it won't just be me talking. We have an amazing lineup. Uh-oh, it's not. There we go. So we have Gabby Glazer, a comedian who has performed around New York City, opened for Jim Gaffigan and Jerry Seinfeld. She will help me host in her Bubby character all the way from Boca Raton. She makes a killer gefilte fish and is happy to feed it to you. She's single and open to socially distanced mingle.
Hello, all.
Thank you, Bubby. We'll also have prayers will be Marty Loffman, a talented vocalist, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and TikTok self-love and cultural reclamation promoter. You'll hear Marnie's beautiful voice singing all the prayers. And we'll have stand-up by comedian Freddie G. His Jewish jokes have over 15 million views on TikTok. And I've seen Freddie on the internet lately, but I actually have also seen Freddie when we were both doing open mics in Astoria. I used to see him perform. So I'm really excited that he's doing so well on TikTok and that he's here tonight. And here I have everyone's handles if you want to follow them. And then I also have their Venmos. It's a free event. So if you want to give a little tzedakah, do a mitzvah, you're welcome to tip them. I'm going to repeat this information at the end. And it's not mandatory, but you can do it if you're feeling charitable, or it's not charity, everyone has talent, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, Freddie is going to kick it off with some stand-up, and then we're going to start the Seder. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can all see Freddie. And Freddie, let me make you spotlighted. All right, and I'm going to mute Freddie. Go for it, everyone. You're in for a treat. He's hilarious.
Oh, so happy. Yeah, so happy to be here. Amazing. Yeah, I can't believe your first Zoom. I've seen my first Zoom. I mean, I would have had that thing where like you could see like half of my head. This is a quality first Zoom. Very brave of you, Danielle, to take on the task of making your own Haggadah. Maxwell House will be pissed. Yeah, they're gonna send guys. They're gonna break up this Zoom. The Haggah's big. Oh yeah. You guys, if you think stuff's funny and you're listening, you can turn on your mics and laugh. If you're having an argument with your family members, feel free to turn the mics off as well. If I don't hear laughs, I will assume everyone's mic is muted because that's good for my self-esteem. Did one of those. Nice. Oh, hey. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Say hi. That's good. Yeah, we got people at all the American. Okay, we're getting an echo. Okay. The unmuting has we've had issues with it. I see that. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah. I did one of those DNA tests. I got back 104% Jewish. Pretty weird because I hadn't sent them any DNA. I just asked if the price was negotiable. Thank you. That's a good laugh. Yeah, there we go. Good. We need the good laughs. Not that religious, but I looked. Oh, thank you. Yeah, someone I laughed in the chat. That's great. Yeah, nice. That's good. Yeah, right. If you laughed in the chat. If you dislike the jokes, don't write that in the chat. Right, send that in a private message. We'll learn all the features of Zoom. It's amazing. I do look incredibly Jewish. Not kosher. People always think I'm kosher though. Once ordered a ham omelet at a diner, and the server said, "I bet you wouldn't want any cheese with that, because that wouldn't be kosher." I said, "I just ordered ham. I'm clearly not kosher." And she said, "Even with a mouthful of ham, you have a kosher face." I got a what did I do? I know I'm not religious, and I decided I sinned immediately after my bar mitzvah. Got Chinese food. What's great about that Chinese food is they don't ask you how your food is. They know the food's good. They just want you to leave. Chinese food was Now the thing is, I am kosher for Passover though, because I'm keto. And so I've been kosher for Passover since the Obama administration. Yeah, I've lost like 100 pounds doing it here. I'm not drinking wine or grape juice, not keto. This seltzer, this grape flavored seltzer, is the last bastion of a celebration that I have in my life. Yeah, I had to quit drinking, quit the carbs to lose the weight, quit drinking beer. My favorite type of beer was milk stout. Milk stout was also my skin color and body type. Now that I've lost the weight, the wife calls me skim milk. Technically healthier, but quite unsatisfying. Passover, good. It's the only holiday with a of any kind that has a drink minimum. Okay, Passover, you got to drink. You get those 4 drinks that, if anyone's sober, you don't drink. Whatever. In general, it's the only holiday that encourages you to drink in a numerical fashion. And I think the creators of Passover knew I could not stand my family unless I had 4 drinks in me. I think that's the situation for them. There's 10. Yeah, I'll talk about the plagues a little bit. 10 plagues, not equal. And then my Seder yesterday, my father-in-law said this. I was being nice. I didn't correct him. He said the plagues get worse as you go. Not true. Okay, there is an easy plague late in the situation, in the thing. Okay, and I'm not talking about the firstborn one. That's clearly the worst. Plague 9, darkness. Oh, it's dark. How long was it dark for? 3 days. It was just New York winter. Sun goes down at 4 p.m. Okay, I didn't see the sun for 3 months. Not a plague. Yeah, that was clearly what the darkness was. Is God needed? It was the Sabbath or something. God just needed a rest. It's like, oh, it'll just be dark. We'll take
Are there any on this? No, I don't know. Like silly Ann. This guy talks.
Silly Andy. Yeah. Okay.
It's a joke.
Okay, couldn't hear you.
Wants
Nice,
to be a joke. It's funny.
Oh, thank you. They said I was funny. Oh, nice. Okay, I was gonna go back. When they said it was a joke, I'd be like, this is gonna be bad. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, if you're talking, mute. If you're laughing, I'm mute for sure. Let's see. That Dayenu, really. Dayenu is the opposite of complaining. Usually we're listing things. This is wrong and this is wrong. And Dayenu would be like, it would have been enough. And it's more things going. Dayenu is the positive complaining. Usually it's like, like it's raining and I'm late for work and I'm not, and I'm wearing flip-flops. Dayenu. Nice. Okay, good. Let's go. Okay, that's it. So I do non-Jewish jokes as well. What do you call it? I noticed something weird. I noticed things. Okay, busy noticing stuff. The Google Maps, no matter how far you're going, it will give you walking directions. I was looking up New York to Boston. Google said it was a 5-hour train ride or a 3-day walk. Not sure which one of those I'm going to do. Now, the furthest walk you can do on Google Maps is to Fairbanks, Alaska. This is from Queens, New York, by the way. LA people, probably not. Probably something further. Queens, New York, Fairbanks, Alaska, 57-day walk. Google gives me no warning. They just say when I get there, I may be in a different time zone. Google, no. I'll be dead before I get to New Jersey. And I'm Jewish, okay? We're notoriously slow at long walks. We did Egypt to Israel. Google, I asked Google about it, but first I had to remember that it was a 40-year walk. Google Maps, it's on. You can check right now. 4 days. 4-day walk. I don't know why it took the Jews so long, but that means that walk to Fairbanks, Alaska is going to take me 570 years. Still seems a little low. I'm also a redheaded Jew. My hair, I go by orange for the Jews. My hair is not a normal color of red. Did some research to find out the actual color of my hair by going to a paint store. And according to Benjamin Moore, the afikomen my hair is pumpkin blush. That is also my stripper name. Guys, enjoy the Seder. I'm giving back to Danielle. Thank you for all listening.
Clap. Whoa.
Thank you so much, Freddie. Put in the chat how you felt about Freddie. I am going to get back to the Seder. 1 minute while I figure out how to share my screen again.
Follow Freddie on TikTok.
Follow Freddie on TikTok. Here, leave the lineup one more time. Get out your phone, follow Freddie on TikTok or Instagram.
If you don't do TikTok, like there's Instagram, YouTube, you just type Orange Freddie G anywhere. There's a lot of the same videos. So, but yeah, definitely TikTok has been the best to me.
Freddie, you're lovely. You have a beautiful face. Congratulations and many mazel tovs.
Oh, thank you, Bubby.
Bubby's
You're welcome.
She'll treat you like you're her own grandson.
You can come over for my soup anytime. Wink, wink.
Oh, it's great. My Bubby's been gone for 20 years, so yeah, I need a new Bubby.
Oh, yeah. I'll be
Thirsty.
your Bubby.
You're being a little thirsty.
Yes, thirsty. Feel my wine.
Slow it down, Bubby. All right. Let me introduce the Seder plate. So thank you, Freddie, for warming us up. I am going to tell you what you need for the Seder. You don't really need it because I've got it. But if you're following along, we have our Seder plate. I have it precariously positioned next to me. I don't know if you can totally see it, but we have our zaroa, which is a broiled piece of meat bone, beitza, hard-boiled egg. Maror is something bitter. We've got our horseradish. Charoset is a sweet mixture of chopped nuts, fruit, and wine. So I don't know if you can see it. It's over here. We had to remake it today because we had an accident last night. Karpas is a root vegetable for dipping. And then we have a stack of matzah in this napkin, but here's what matzah looks like. And then, oh, by the way, we're on page 5 if you're following along in the Haggadah. And then last year in my Haggadah, it had some optional additions for your Seder plate. So I put a bunch in my Haggadah, and I'm just talking about a couple now. You could have an orange for the LGBTQ plus community, an extra cup of water for Miriam. In my Haggadah, I had wine, but Marnie pointed out that it's actually water, although the more wine, the better on this holiday. A potato for Ethiopian Jews, and you'll notice in some of the pictures, the artist I worked with in France kind of incorporated some Ethiopian accessories and clothing in the illustrations. And then a new addition that I read about, a friend who is Jewish and Asian recommended adding some ginger or scallions into your Seder to in solidarity with the Asian community after the recent attacks. So we actually added some scallions to our plate as well. And then some other things you need, lots of wine. We have an extra glass of wine for Elijah. Elijah is a prophet, and I was reading about it earlier. He represents, in some ways, people that we've lost. So Elijah's, he's not actually at the Seder. You can leave an empty chair for him too. And I was actually reading somewhere that it represents reuniting with a parent and child, which I thought was really nice. So for me tonight, I'm thinking of my mother. It was her birthday yesterday, and so her name was Ellen, so it kind of feels right. She's thinking of her tonight. Another thing you can have is your favorite liquor in a shot glass. You'll see why as we get into the Seder. We have our bowl of salt water. Tears count, so if you've been crying this year, I hope you've been collecting them. And some extra matzah, and I have that behind me. I'm checking if you guys can see it, kind of. Okay. That's everything that we need. We're going to get started with one of the best parts, drinking.
I started.
We all know, Bubby, we could tell. Alcohol, and if you're following along, we're on page 8. Alcohol sales have been up since the start of the pandemic. Tonight, we're going to contribute to that because you drink at least 4 cups of wine. Marnie.
4 cups of wine? Oy, I'm gonna end up pretending I'm Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Sorry, Bubby. Oops. All right, Marnie, can you start us off with the prayers so we can get into this wine?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Let's get started. We're going to start with the blessing over the wine. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Now
That
let's
was
enjoy.
beautiful.
Amen.
Gorgeous. You're amazing. I love this.
Can we all drink now, Marnie?
Now we can all enjoy our wine. We've been grateful for it, and we should enjoy as much as we want. And we recline to the left if anyone's interested. We're reclining and relaxing and enjoying.
Like that Beyonce song. To the left, to the left.
All right, I needed the wine on my baby's first Zoom. At this point, if we were all together, we would do a ceremonial hand washing. You do 3 times on the right, 3 times on the left. But you can grab some Purell. I think, Bubby, you have
Oh, I got the most amazing lavender Purell from Old Navy. It smells fantastic. But I found out you can't use it on your grandfather because it lowers your sperm count, and I'm still hoping for another.
Oh, Bubby, that was TMI. That was TMI.
I love you, sweetie.
Now we are going to move on to the first dip. If you're following along, we're on page 10. Like a dip in COVID-19 numbers represents hope in 2021, so does this practice. The green vegetable symbolizes spring and the rebirth of nature. This year, hopefully, it also represents the rebirth of society, whether that means comfortably packing into a subway car again, hugging your friends and family, or a more just world. So we're going to get our salt water out and our parsley. And Marnie, this is not a good step. Why don't you lead us in the prayer?
Yes, and please join me in your respective spots. I know I'm singing here alone on the Zoom, but I'm imagining all of your voices with me. If you know the prayer, join in, hum along, whatever works for you. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'adamah. Ha'adamah. But definitely try to sing along on mute because it can be a little bit difficult. I love hearing everyone's voices, but I'm just going to imagine them and know that you're singing in your spaces because it can get hard with the time.
Mine. You don't wanna.
Sorry guys, I have a weird, here we go. I couldn't see everyone. Beautiful, thank you, Marnie and everyone else who joined. It was nice to hear your voice, but yeah, Marnie, we'll I actually heard my dad too. He took you up on that. So we've got the parsley and the salt water. At this point, if you're hungry, sometimes during Seder, I do nosh on this, but I don't recommend it because it tastes bad and it really isn't satisfying. Just wait till we eat.
My salt water is made out of my tears from you not visiting me this year, sweetie.
Bobby, it's a pandemic. I mean, I couldn't.
I would die for you.
You could have died because of me if I visited you.
I would die for you. I would like to see you come to Boca.
All right, when I get my vaccines, Bubby, okay?
Okay, who knows? Okay.
Don't worry, Bubby. We'll be together again. We'll have clear water next year. Now we are moving on to the matzah portion. Bubby, I think you're gonna introduce the matzah to everybody.
Yeah, the matzah. So the matzah is known as the bread of affliction. Like when your grandfather and I need to find a place to eat and he wants Peruvian food, it upsets my stomach. We all know I have the IBSers. It's that our ancestors ate as they fled the slavery in Egypt. Next year, we're hoping for a tastier year, and to be together without fear, to have more time to bake bread, but less time at home. I fell into the banana bread trend. Oh, that Chrissy Teigen knows what she's talking about.
Thank you, Bobby. But don't talk about chametz during Passover. So if it's your first Passover, you might not know that we get rid of all of our chametz. And in the Haggadah, there's some tips on how to do that. In my house, we kind of just didn't get to it, but we're not eating it. And you don't eat chametz, which is leavened bread, until Passover's over. So we have this matzah. So the tradition is that you take the middle matzah. I've touched it, so now it has to be quarantined or hidden in an undisclosed location. It's called the afikomen. Oh, I'm supposed to break it too, right?
You break it.
Yeah, I break it. I'm worried about the crumbs. So this one would get hidden, but we're gonna handle the afikomen in a special way tonight. You guys will see later. And at the end of the Seder, traditionally, the kids go look for the afikomen, but we're handling it differently. So I'm going to put this away. And if we were all here, we would share this matzah. I think that's all. And this is a really cute picture of a quarantined matzah or afikomen.
You could send the other piece to Dr. Fauci. He looks like he could eat something.
Thank you, Bubby. You're always looking out for Dr. Fauci.
You guys would be a cute couple.
Oh, Fauci, if only he was Jewish. Don't tell Leonard.
You know, he has a children's book coming out too, so I don't know how that relates. There's some good pictures of him.
Ooh, baby.
So now we are going to do the 4 questions. So Marnie is going to sing one of the highlights of the Seder, the Manish Tana song. Make sure you're on mute. And although Marnie said she wishes that we could all sing together, she chatted me that it would be so beautiful. But with Zoom, it's just a little messy. And my dad is here. He's trying to sing, and we don't want that. And then after she sings the Manish Tana, we're going to move into breakout rooms, but I'll explain it after we hear her sing. So Marnie, take it away.
Okay, please join me. How is the volume of my microphone, by the way? How is
Watch.
It's good? Okay, great.
Good for me.
Sound good.
In the chat.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, please join me on mute singing the Manish Tana, especially if you're youngest children out there. I'm not a youngest child, but shout out to my little sister Eliana, who has been carrying this strong and will for a long time. Although we have a new baby cousin, so that's exciting. Manish Tana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot. מכל הלילות שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה הלילה הזה כולו מצה הלילה הזה כולו מצה שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים שאר ירקות הלילה הזה מרור הלילה הזה מרור שבכל הלילות איננו מטבילים אפילו פעם אחת הלילה הזה שתי פעמים הלילה הזה שתי פעמים שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים בין יושבין ובין מסובין בין יושבין ובין מסובין הלילה הזה כולנו מסובין הלילה הזה כולנו מסובין. What makes this night different from all other nights?
Oh, Marnie, that was gorgeous. I've been to a lot of Seders in my life. I don't think Manish Tana has ever sounded so beautiful. I would listen to that, even not on Passover. Okay, so we are going to move into breakout rooms to read the 4 questions. So in my Haggadah, and I'm sorry, I've been forgetting to say the page numbers, but that was page 12. Now we're moving on to page 13. But if you don't have the Haggadah, again, don't worry, we have slides. So we're going to move into breakout rooms. I'm going to try so that my 2 sisters, Marnie and Bubby, are moderators. We are going to, in each group, you're going to try to figure out who the youngest person is. And if it's too hard, then the moderator will just read the questions. So we have a list of the traditional questions that we read every year. And in my Haggadah, I wrote the modern equivalent. So you're going to read the traditional one and then the modern one. And then you're going to just have a discussion about questions that we should be asking this year, and or just anything that comes up from these questions. Some of you actually put some topics when you sign up for this event of things that you'd like to talk about, everything from TikTok to politics. So I don't know what's going to happen in these breakout rooms. We'll see. But give me a minute while I stop sharing. Also, moderators, you guys have the slide with the questions to ask. So you can pull those up, but if you don't, just message me and I'll send them to you. But you should be able to share your screen so that the person can read off of the slide. Okay, I'm just creating breakout rooms now. Sorry, I've never done this, so be patient. Maybe Marty, can you sing a little while I do this? No, Dan, not you.
Let's
Ata benechorin, benechorin. Avadim ainu. Ata benechorin. Avadim ainu.
I hope you had some nice conversation. We're gonna start coming back, and then we'll get back to the Seder. I'm hearing myself. Dad, leave your breakout room. I hear myself echoing. Moderators, can you tell me how it went? Julia, maybe you share how it went?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone was aware, there's little technical difficulties on my side,
There's some technical difficulty, yeah.
but that's totally okay. And like, what's the Zoom event without technical difficulty?
Yeah.
It's like the standard. But it was so nice to see everybody, and I was like especially grateful because my cousin was in it, and I haven't seen her in over a year, maybe more.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that we were able to have a breakout room and ask these important questions while also saying hey to people.
Good. Bubby, how did your breakout room go?
My breakout room was gorgeous. The people were amazing, so sweet. I had someone from London.
Really?
The sweetest people. Oh, and everyone was so good looking. I was so lucky. Your father was in my room,
I heard him.
Father.
I mean, he's off limits. He's off limits.
Oh, he's my favorite child. Don't tell your aunt. Don't tell your father. He'll get a big head.
All right, Dad, mute. All right, I think everyone's back. Lexi, how did yours go?
We also had a little difficulties in the beginning because I didn't have the right material.
Yeah, I think that happened, yeah.
Yeah, but it worked out, and I think we asked really good questions, and we shared some anecdotes, and talked about why we ask these questions.
Dad, please mute.
Dad, you're interrupting.
There we go. Thank you. Good luck. Marnie, how did yours go?
Echoing some of those situations at the beginning, and we had a wonderful room, awesome people, and we kind of just read together and introduced ourselves, and it was great to be in community and get to know one another a little bit.
Okay. Excellent. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, but of course I lost the PowerPoint. So everyone, 1 second.
In the meantime, when do we fill up the next cup?
Oh, I might have missed. No, it's coming up in 2 slides.
I need
Okay,
to
so maybe
turn
we can
on the
look track.
lights.
But that's a good question, Julia. All right, I am sharing my screen again. I found the slide. One moment as I get there. Okay. We're back. We're back on track. Hi, Julia. We are on page 14, if you're following along in your Haggadah. It's in 2 slides. Yeah, Julia's eager to drink. It's okay, I understand. She had some technical difficulties, and that makes anybody want to fill up their cup.
What page?
Bubby, we're on page 14.
Okay.
All right. We are going to, so in the story in Passover, you read about the 4 children of Passover. They say the 4 sons, but I think in 2020, it should be the 4 children. And Bubby is going to talk about the 4 children that are written in the traditional Seder or in the Torah, and then the modern equivalent. And we have some cute little pictures to go along. Some of you might have already seen this because I think I accidentally sent the wrong slide before. So you got a leg up. So Bubby, why don't you read these for us? I know that you have a lot of experience with children and grandchildren, so this is perfect for you to share.
This is wonderful. This reminds me of all of my fakakta children. So first we have the wise child who wants to learn the meanings and laws of Jewish tradition. This one most likely turned out to be a lawyer. Laws, tradition. In London, they wear the wigs to court, right? And then we have the modern children. The child doesn't need any supervision for Zoom Hebrew School, and he's the one that's most likely to act out when he's older. 2, the wicked child excludes himself from tradition. Danielle, this is you by not visiting me. Julia did. Julia came. She sang to me. I was on my balcony, and she still visited. Okay? I'm just saying.
I hear you, Bubby. I hear you.
Okay.
Buying my tickets tonight.
Okay. You know I have a room for you. It's the maid's room, but you can have it. Okay. 2, the child skips family time for TikTok. I don't know why they want to be around the clock, but TikTok, I guess they want to be grown-ups. I don't know. 3, the simple child doesn't understand the tradition. I mean, this one's Julia. Don't tell her, but it's Julia, no? Right? 3, the child is unaware there's a pandemic. Again, Julia, I mean, she came visit me. She could have killed me. Julia could have killed me. I don't have the vaccine yet.
Oh, I told her not to go.
She doesn't understand.
The simple child.
4, the quiet child doesn't know how to ask questions. Alexa, sweetie, speak up, hon. I love you. Gorgeous. You know you're gorgeous, but don't hesitate to give me a ring sometime, you know?
Lexi actually was the quiet child growing because there's 3 sisters, and Lexi was the youngest, and she actually was pretty quiet because
yeah, I know. I was there.
Yeah.
I'm your Bubby. And then 4, the child muted themselves on Zoom. Alexa's been muted this whole time, you know. So they can't ask any questions. But you look so cute with you and your boyfriend. You're going to give me a great grandchild very soon. I know this.
Lexi, don't listen to her, okay? We're going to move on. Thank you so much, Bubby. You read that so beautifully. We are actually going to move on to telling the story of Passover. And Julia was so eager before to drink, but this is actually the time where I'm going to say to get I think we're on 2nd cup of wine. I think Bubby's on her 7th, but wherever you are, let's all take a sip of wine. L'chaim. L'chaim.
I'm on 18 because l'chaim, to life.
Hi to life. And the Seder plate keeps almost falling. It's okay. We are going to start. What, Bubby?
It's an antique. Be careful. I'll take it.
I know. It's from your mother. I'm being careful. So we are going to start retelling the story of Passover. If you're following along, so the words are not here, so you're going to have to use your ears. We are on page 15. If you're following along in the book or the PDF, it's going to be narrated by me, Bubby, Marnie, and then we have some special roles for Pharaoh and Moses. Just checking with one of the characters. Dad, are you're on board? Okay. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna get into it. So it's in New York City. You'll see. Okay. Once upon a time, Pharaoh was mayor of New York City and the Jewish people were slaves. They did backbreaking work building skyscrapers, statues, and bodegas that filled the land, but not without a complaint or two.
I mean, I take Pharaoh over de Blasio, but all the way in South Williamsburg, a Jewish woman changed the course of history for her people. When her baby boy was born, she wanted to save him. So she packed him up safely as possible in a basket and put him in the East River Ferry. That is disgusting. Hope he'd end up somewhere better, like, I don't know, the morgue. And she made sure to include fare too.
One day, the Pharaoh's daughter went to Carl Schurz Park to bathe in the East River. There, she spotted the baby. She had a habit of adopting bodega cats, so of course she rescued him and took him home. She named him Moses.
By the way, I just want to say, if you do have like everyone's pictures, maybe put them, if you can, put that at the bottom of your screen so you can see the page number at the top. But we're on page 16 if you have a Haggadah. Okay, back to the story of Passover. Moses was taken in as part of the first family, not knowing he was really born across the river in Brooklyn and Jewish. He grew up in the mayor's palace, Gracie Mansion, with everything he could ever want, but he couldn't help feeling uncomfortable with the discrimination, gentrifying neighborhood, and slavery he saw around him. He was afraid to speak out, partly out of fear of having to look for an apartment on his own in the pricey real estate market of his time. I've been there, Moses. I get it.
Yeah, this was after they fixed Times Square. So one day he ran to hide out in a farm upstate where no one could find him. Oh, like all those little hipster people on Etsy. He wanted to escape witnessing oppression and reconnect with nature. He even went so far to take the battery out of his cell phone. How do you do that? I can't find it. Anyway, decades passed. Then one day Moses' phone started magically ringing. Uh-oh, it's a ghost. The connection was fuzzy, but it was clear that it was God. Oh, never mind. God commanded him to return to Manhattan to tell Pharaoh to let the Jews go or else. Moses ordered his first Uber available and went straight to Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't recognize him at first. His hair was long. He had grown a beard. A beard. And he was in a flannel shirt and jeans. He probably had a man bun. Moses.
Okay.
Where were you all this time, Brooklyn?
No, upstate. But I'm here with an urgent message. God called me and said you need to free the Jews or bad things will happen.
Was it a retreat? What drugs did you take? And when's the last time you showered?
No drugs. It was just a friend's farm. I took care of some sheep, but it doesn't matter. God's using me as a messenger. You need to let the Jews go or you experience horrible, horrible plagues.
Yeah. You're definitely on drugs. I'll believe it when I see it.
Go ahead. Excellent. Sorry for that. I was unmuted for a minute. Okay. Now we are going to recite the 10 plagues that Moses would have predicted. And the tradition here is that my setup is a little scary, but you take your pinky for each plague and Julia, hold up your wine glass, please. Julia and I have matching bat mitzvah kiddush cups. I just need to put that. It's very cute. She's does it say Yael, Julia? Julia had a Hebrew name mishap. She was named Yehuda. It's apparently a boy's name, so she changed it to Yael by the time of her bat mitzvah. Fun fact.
Yehuda's a beautiful name, Julia. It was your great grandfather's name. It was my father's name, and you should have loved it. Okay.
I still go by it.
Good.
You know what? In 2021, it's okay. You can be Yehuda, but this was like 10 years ago. So anyway, for each plague, you take your pinky and you dip it in your wine, and then you kind of just put each plague on your plate, like a little like ring around the plate with the 10 plagues. Maybe wash your hand. We already did the hand washing. So Marnie is going to say the traditional plagues that you might have heard of. I'm going to say the modern plagues, and we are on page 19 if you want to follow along, but everything is on the slide. And then Bubby, I think Bubby's going to do what Bubby wants to do, but she might weigh in here too, okay?
I always do me, as the youngins say.
I will also just say, you know, I have that same exact matching Kiddush cup from, we all, like my sisters all have it from our bat mitzvahs. I have 4 sisters, so it's just funny.
My
Oh
time.
my goodness.
My girl doesn't have bat mitzvahs.
Oh, this is so special. Okay. All right, Marnie.
Yeah.
Hit us with the plagues.
Okay, let's go. Dam.
Cough.
This is repulsive.
Svardeya.
Bats.
Ugh. What are you talking about? The COVID bat?
Kinim.
Long lines.
Oh my God, Trader Joe's the other day. I just turned the car around.
Arov.
Killer bees.
That was the government.
Dever.
Wildfires.
Ah, it's California. They deserve it.
Shechin.
Fever.
I got a fever. I need more wine.
Barad.
Snow in Texas.
Ah, Ted Cruz also deserved it.
Arbe.
Slow Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm slow. Wi-Fi slow. We're all slow.
Choshech.
Loss of smell.
You know, your grandfather farted so badly once that I haven't been able to smell ever since.
Oh, the TMI here, okay? Good guess.
Makat bechorot.
Spending all your time with your firstborn.
Ugh, Patricia? Nah. No, she's too controlling.
That was so great. This obviously has been a tough, all right, it fell. A tough year where it did feel like we were going through the plagues. And I actually did lose my sense of smell because I had COVID, but it came back. So please join me if you did fill a little shot glass. Mine says L'chaim, and taking a shot to help us temporarily forget these afflictions and protect us from getting them again. If you already had your vaccine, either 1 or 2 shots, it doesn't hurt to take another. So throw it back.
I see what you did there.
Bubby.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, don't need it though, so you be careful. All right, now back to the story. We are on page 20 if you're following along with your Haggadah, and Pharaoh, make sure you have a role. So
Pharaoh and his friends didn't believe anything would happen, but sure enough, the 10 plagues appeared one by one. To avoid losing the firstborn child, Jews hung a mask over their doorknob for protection. Now, if it was me, I'm tired of Patricia. She doesn't let me leave my house. I wouldn't hang the mask.
Bubby, you're lucky she's
not on the Zoom. She's not on the Zoom.
Lucky.
Yeah, she's heard it.
Pharaoh?
Moses,
Hi, guys. Okay.
I'm over this. I have the sound of God working for me. I don't see where all these plagues are coming from.
Oh, Alan. Oh, Alan.
Sorry, guys, I got lost. Marty, I think this is you.
Moses sprung to action. He sent a tweet, a WhatsApp thread, went live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and even hosted a clubhouse room to spread the message that it was time to go. He told all the Jews when and where to meet.
Jews of New York, meet me at the base of the George Washington Bridge tonight. We're going to Jersey. Traffic is no problem.
New Jersey? Ugh.
Oh, this is me. They moved so fast. They had to grab only the essentials. They didn't even have time to finish baking their banana bread. So they ended up with matzah. Womp womp. The Jews convened at the base of the bridge to escape to freedom. At the last minute, Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army after them.
But Moses had one more trick up his sleeve. He took his staff and split the Hudson River. The Jews were able to make it across to Jersey safely. As soon as they all crossed the Hudson River, the Hudson River became whole again, swallowing up the Jews' oppressors, and then they smelled like garbage for the rest of their lives. From there, the Jewish Manhattanites went on to spend 40 years aimlessly marching toward their next destination, from deserted American Dream Mall to the Jersey Shore. Ooh, did they see the Nookie? You know the Nookie girl?
I don't think she was around back then.
Oh.
But good cultural reference, Bubby. I'm proud of you.
I've seen her. She's a little,
Yeah, I know. Good thing she's not here. Now, thank you to the wonderful cast. You did a great job retelling the story of Pharaoh and Moses and how the Jews became free, why we have matzah. And now we are going to sing a special Passover song, another highlight. It's Dayenu. You can follow along on mute, and Marnie is going to sing this one for us.
Dayenu. It would have been enough. Okay. Ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, dayenu, 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 dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et ha-Shabbat. Ilu natan lanu et ha-Shabbat. Dayenu, 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 dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et ha-Torah, natan lanu et ha-Torah. Dayenu, 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 dayenu.
your voice. It's of the angels, I tell you.
Oh my God, she's Marnie. That was beautiful, and compared to my family singing Dayenu last night, it was all right. No, Dad, you know we weren't good.
Marnie, will you sing at my funeral? I'll pay for your ticket to Boca.
I'm there.
Bobby, don't talk like that.
It's gonna happen sometime. We all live, we all die, we all pay taxes, we all lose our hair.
All right. I don't like when you talk like that, Bubby.
Look, I'm wearing a wig.
It looks great on you.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on to hand washing again because it's part of the Seder, and in 2021, it's very important to wash your hands. If you're following along in your book, we are on page 23, but this slide pretty much covers all of it. And I think Marnie, when we were going through this, she actually had a good explanation about the hand washing, and I think I forgot it. So Marnie, if you want to say that again to everybody and just read this prayer. If you have Purell or you want to do hand washing, you're free to do that now.
Totally, yeah. So we've gone to the second hand washing, and some people are like, why am I washing my hands twice? We just did this at the beginning. And so what I was saying to Danielle is the reason that it happens twice is the first one you do without a blessing. It's kind of just like a way that you start ritual after doing the blessing over the wine. But the second time, since we're about to eat, we say a blessing in preparation for saying a blessing over the food. So second time there's a blessing, first time no blessing. So join me if you've washed your hands, Purelled your hands. We'll join together on page, where did I skip? Oh, yeah, page 23. Okay. In the blessing over washing our hands. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Oh, so beautiful.
Beautiful. Oops. So beautiful, Marnie. The family here is clapping for you, and why do we have echo? Okay. Now we are going to move on to eating and blessing the matzah. Okay. I'm just replacing myself.
Look, I've had too much wine. When are we gonna eat my gefilte fish?
You have to be patient, Bubby. You know Seders take a long time, and this one actually isn't even that long. Remember, Grandpa, his was 3 hours.
Yeah, but I'm older than you. I have less time to waste.
Bubby, we have someone in the room. He's not. One moment.
I muted him.
Thank you, Alexa. He said
No
he was
problem.
muted, but he wasn't.
I'll keep my eye on him. He's back. He's muted now.
Bubby,
Alan, oh Alan.
Okay, we've got the matzah. We have to do a blessing, and then we break it and we eat it. So, Bubby, I know you're hungry. This is a little nosh until dinner, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, just hang in there. Marnie is going to say the prayers.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Oh,
Dig in.
your voice is so scrumptious. It curbs my appetite.
I'm virtually sharing matzah with everybody, so. And you're gonna need 2 pieces for our Hillel sandwich, which is coming up soon. So, Bubby, we're making sandwiches, okay?
I make sandwiches every day. Leonard,
Leonard,
you make the sandwich.
Good. Look who's here coming to take the matzah. Give some to Dad too. Maybe that will make him mute himself. Now we are on the second dip. It is time to combine the bitter and the sweet. So we will dip maror or lettuce, which I know maror is horseradish, but we're dipping lettuce in the haroset and we say a blessing. And I was actually reading about this before because I was trying to brush up on my Seder skills. And it was saying that when you do this, make sure that it's not too sweet. You still need to taste the bitterness. It was a more traditional book. It wants you to suffer a little bit. My dad, show me what you're doing. Come around because I can't move my setup.
My maror last night was so strong your grandfather cried.
So my dad is assembling. All right, Marnie, why don't you say the prayer here?
Awesome. And hopefully maybe you've caught along with the tune by now, so I'm imagining you all joining in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So beautiful. Oh. Okay, we're going to move on to making our Hillel sandwich, where you basically, sorry, okay, I found my place. As you heard earlier in the story, the Jewish slaves built bodegas, so now it's time to show that we've still got it. We're moving into our sandwich assembly session, inspired by the sage Hillel. The combination symbolizes mortar and brick, slavery and freedom, and building a strong foundation. And Marnie has another prayer. It's not sung. She told me that we don't sing this, so it won't be as beautiful, but her voice is beautiful. It just won't be sung. So Marnie, why don't you
so we say this
Oh, sorry. One other thing, if you're following along, we're going to build our Hillel sandwich. So you take the matzah, haroset, lettuce, maror, and you make a little sandwich, and you can eat it after we do the prayer. So I'm going to be building mine as Marnie says the prayer.
Awesome. So, Zecher lemikdash kehilel, ken asa Hillel bezman shebeit hamikdash haya kayam. היה כורך מצה ומרור ואוכל ביחד, לקיים מה שנאמר, על מצות מרורים יאכלוהו. Thus did Hillel during the existence of the Holy Temple. He took matzah and bitter herbs and ate them together in order to perform the law. With unleavened bread and bitter herbs shall they eat it. Enjoy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Marnie. Here's my sandwich. It's long, it almost looks like a hero.
That
So
looks like a finger sandwich, sweetie.
basically is. Thank you, Bubby. I know you have food on your mind, so we're getting there. Don't worry. We are moving on to page. Oh, wait. I think we're done with the Seder, right? We have to do, so normally at this point we eat, but and then after you eat, you do dessert and you find the afikomen. However, we're gonna do afikomen now. So I was thinking that only the youngest people would participate in this poll, but moderators, maybe unmute and tell me, did you figure out who the youngest person was? Because if not, maybe everyone participates in this poll. What do you think?
I think everyone, but I was youngest.
I think I was the oldest, as we all know.
All right, well, why don't, if you feel that okay, how about this? If you think at your Seder you would look for the afikomen, then participate in this poll. So
I always look, you never find it. I always just pretend you did. And then, we give you your quarters.
So I've never done a poll. Can you guys answer these questions? So we have 3 questions here. Yeah. So 3 questions. Name Moses' sister. What body of water did Moses sail down in the real Passover story? And what does charoset represent? And which was not a plague? I'm realizing, can you guys all see the results?
I'll tell you, your nut allergy was a plague to me and my horoses.
Did you say there's 3 questions
No,
or
there's 4.
2?
There's 4 questions.
4?
You have to scroll down. Yeah, if you scroll,
Okay.
you can see all 4.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And then I'm gonna figure out who the winner is, and the winner is going to get a custom doodle. Although maybe these were too easy because people are getting them.
Yeah,
correct.
these are easy, sweetie. Although warts, I got a few warts, and they are a plague. But I go to my good-looking dermatologist, and I'm like, "Will you freeze my warts, sweetie?" And they're like, "You don't have a wart." And I'm like, "Freeze my warts."
Bobby, it's too much information for the group. Okay.
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 No warts.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Thank you for playing. So I'm gonna figure out a winner, and it might be that we have a few winners, and then I do like a random generator. So someone in the group is going to get a custom doodle because I have my Danielle doodles. I do doodles. And now I think I have to go back to my PowerPoint. Marnie is going to sing a song for us. But Marnie, I know we said we were doing one song, but maybe put in the chat if you want 2 songs, because I thought this would go till 7:30, but it looks like we went through all this a little faster than I expected. So if you want 2 songs from Marnie, you can put in the chat. But she's
2 songs.
Julie was like,
songs. I want the songs. I'm not hungry. I ate my grapes.
You need more food.
Awesome. Okay, let's start with one and see what I can do.
All right. Sorry, Marnie, I put you on the spot. I'm gonna go.
Oh, it's all good. I have some to share.
You talked. We're gonna. So okay, we did our afikomen trivia. Now we have Marnie sings this out. There's no. This is not in the Haggadah. It's a special event only song, and you can see the words here. And then when Marnie does her second song, I'll just stop sharing because it's not on the PowerPoint. So Marnie, I'm gonna mute myself, and it's all you.
Awesome. So I'm going to sing Debbie Friedman's Miriam song. And I love this song. I recently was in a learning session about this song where someone was talking about kind of the power of Miriam as a prophet. A lot of the time in the Jewish tradition, we hear a lot of the prophet characters are men. And there's like a piece in the Jewish oral tradition that talks about the women prophets or the non-male prophets in the tradition, and Miriam was one of them. She was said to have foreseen that Moses was going to be born and that Moses was going to save the Jewish people. Like she had a vision, and she received that message, and she had a strong sense. And then it was her courage that saved Moses's life, that watched over him, that made sure he could be taken back into the care of the mother to raise him, and then who led the people out in song and dance. So she's this great force and power, and I like singing about her and celebrating her, because we should celebrate the women heroes in our story too. I only learned the chords to this recently, so, I'm relying on my voice, really. Can you hear the guitar? Oh, no, I turned it down a lot. How's the guitar volume now?
I think it's really good. And also make sure to have more wine. This is a point where you do drink.
Yeah, enjoy your wine, sing along, whatever. And the women dancing with their sorry, guys. And we're starting higher. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every thread and every strand she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances through the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice, and in song she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're going to dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
I loved every second of that.
So that's Miriam. She's awesome. She was a badass. Let's see. Should I do one? Let me see if I can do one.
That was so beautiful.
Thanks.
That's so beautiful, Marnie. Thank you. I think we have time for one more song if everyone wants to hear one.
One more song. One more song.
There we go. You know, Bubby's been to a concert or two with that.
I saw Steely Dan at the Beacon.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna greet some new people. I see Gilad joined, Ty Gilad, Vicky joined. Vicky, I love your background. You're a little in and out, but it's Elijah E. The kids over at Eva, they're very cute. Hi, Paul and Lee. I'm only on one screen. Well, Marnie preps.
Okay.
Marnie, you've been
Hi,
doing.
happy Passover.
So this is a song that. Should I go, Danielle, or do you want to say some more things?
I was just rambling. I was doing some crowd work. Go ahead.
I love it. Okay, so this last song is a song that I wrote. It's not like a pop song or anything. It's more like a spiritual or contemplative song. For me, I'm really feeling this song right now because it's a season of renewal, of emergence from deep winter, from stillness of the body, of the mind, of the spirit, and like we're going into this new season of rebirth, of recommitment to life, of coming out of our shells and really getting to be in this dynamic place of movement again. And so this song is really about the process of cleansing ourselves, like what we have to do in order to prepare to start again and to engage anew in life and in the world. Cleanse my body of this avoidance. Cleanse my spirit of all this fear. Cleanse my soul of all I've ever learned. Let me start from here, right here. Let me start from here. Cleanse my body of this avoidance. Cleanse my spirit of all this fear. Cleanse my soul of all I've ever learned. Let me start from here, right here. Let me start from here. Kitshanu betvila b'mayim chayim. Kitshanu betvila b'mayim chayim. Cleanse my body of this avoidance. Cleanse my spirit of all this fear. Cleanse my soul of all I've ever learned. Let me start from here, right here. Let me start from here. Thanks.
Marty. That was so beautiful. And the fact that it was an original song is so amazing, so special. That's why you got to come to an event, because you get extra special stuff.
You should be on the YouTubes.
Marty, I'm sure Marty, you're on the
Follow
YouTube.
Marty on TikTok.
We're getting to that side.
sorry.
We're getting to that side. So
I'd watch you on the YouTubes.
Marnie, that was so beautiful. And, give some love to Marnie in the chat. I think, Bubby, you wanted to tell everyone it's time to eat in a few minutes, right?
Hi, it's time to eat. I made the kugels. I made one with farfel. I have the gefilte fish. I have my soup. You can freeze some for later. And then I have, you know what? I made the flawless chocolate cake, but Patricia said it was too chocolatey. And I'm like, then don't eat it. And then we have tons of food. We have the brisket. I don't know if it came out good this year. It's a little dry, I'll say. It's a little dry. You tell me. You tell me if you like it. And then we have the food. So go ahead, go eat, go enjoy. Have a wonderful Pesach. Thank goodness we're free for now. Who knows?
Thank goodness we're free, Bubby. Thank you. Before we all go, I'm going to thank our talent again one more time, and then we have some concluding spiel. So I actually wanted to read, as you might have noticed, I did not draw everything. Half of the drawings were from a woman named Alice, and she had a special message, but I'm going to have my sister read it because she's in France, so she couldn't join, but she wanted to say something. So Julia, can you read this for everyone?
Yeah, for sure.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, everyone, and thank you for attending Danielle's Seder. I can't be physically with you as it is very late/early where I am, but be sure that I'm with you in spirit. When Danielle offered me to join her for this Haggadah, I would not have imagined it would lead us so far and be such an enjoyable creative process.
What?
Danielle's storytelling talent has been very helpful in creating the drawings I made, as she made things pretty clear in my mind. We had a really good connection, which I hope shows through the pages. I'd like to thank all of you for purchasing, supporting, and liking our work. Being able to share our work with you has been a tremendous privilege and brought us true joy.
It did.
Enjoy your Pesach and next year in Jerusalem in person for another Haggadah.
She's so sweet. I wish she actually said it because she has this amazing British French accent because she studied in London. So thank you to Alice. I actually, I forgot. Oh, I meant to include her handle on Instagram. She's Alice R. Blanc, AliceRBlanc. And if you have a book, she is in here in the beginning. Again, if you loved the talent, you're welcome to tip them on Venmo. All of their Venmos are here. And I think after this event, I'll send a follow-up tomorrow probably because tonight I'm going to pass out and you can tip them. But if you feel like you just want to do one lump sum, you can send it to me, Danielle-Brody, and I will divide it between everybody equally. And follow us all here. And then I have some more concluding spiel. Let me open it up so I don't forget anything. Oh, we sort of mentioned Elijah. So I want to say, check your wine glasses, see if you took some. And like Alice said, hopefully next year, at the end of the Seder, the tradition is to say next year in Jerusalem. But for us, hopefully it's next year in person. I hope that I can do another Haggadah and that I can actually do a live event. I don't want to do Zoom again because, And I think that was it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can all see each other. And I'm going to hang around for a bit. Wow, 7:31. I said it was going to end at 7:30. That's like... Wow,
Danielle, this is not Danielle's first time creating an event.
Yeah, I mean, my first Zoom event. I mean, I did a Zoom bachelorette, but this is a little different because it's a much bigger group. But I'm gonna hang around. So if you guys want to go off mute, ask questions. If you have a comment, complaint, you can put it in the chat. Questions. You want to compliment the talent. I owe you all a follow up to say thank you. Pick a winner of the afikomen and share with you again the handles of all the talent and Venmos if you do want to tip them. Optional, like I said. And I think that's it. So it's time to stay and chat, or it's time to go and eat if you want. It's up to you guys.
Yes, subscribe.
Let's give a Danielle round of applause. Thank you for such a great job.
Oh my God, thanks.
Danielle, you're gorgeous.
Look at all those
You're
hands.
my favorite granddaughter.
Oh my God. And I am sorry for the technical difficulties. I've sort of been running and walking and jumping and all at the same time because I was trying to sell my Haggadah and also produce this event. And I did it all in like less than a month. Mostly, I mean, I had help from my community. So thank you to the talent who helped me and my family. My dad drove me around Scarsdale yesterday delivering Haggadah orders. My sister Julia actually helped me find all of the talent tonight. They were all I met them all through her. You want to talk about it, Julia?
No, I just want to say I found
she does want to talk about
Marnie
it.
and Freddie on TikTok. What an incredible app.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. And Gabby, I've met Gabby through a friend, and she's Bubby Gabby, and she did such a terrific job.
And I will say that this whole process was very collaborative because I did write the Haggadah, but then Gabby and I kind of went through and she had the idea to be Bubby. Marnie had some great ideas. Freddie is the one who told me that I should include the Venmo thing, which I thought was a great idea because it gives you guys the option to tip if you want to.
And if you subscribe to Danielle and doodles.com, go there and subscribe to her newsletter. You should include everyone's links to their Venmo.
Oh yeah, so now that you guys are all within the Danielle and Doodles family, you probably will get my weekly newsletter, which I mentioned before. But I think
I want to add something.
Oh, hi, Lexi. There you go.
I feel like you gave everyone in the family a shout out except for me, so I'm waiting for mine now.
Lexi's the
Oh, Lexi.
Oh
Oh,
my God. Lexi got me on the local news. Lexi's amazing. Sorry, Lexi. It's just my dad and Julie are here. You know what I mean? It's easier.
Well, I guess I was muted for a while, according to Bubby, so I decided
Yes.
to mute myself at this point.
your voice is so lovely. I don't know why you don't use it more.
I have 2 loud sisters, so.
Oh, I know it.